What is that smell? You guys smell that? Oh, it's a big waste of money. That's what I smell. What's going on, YouTube fragrance family? Welcome to another Robes 08 fragrance review. Today I'm putting this nose right on to the house of Ralph Lauren and their big pony lineup. They released 4 fragrances back in the day in 2010, and they called it the Big Pony line when they released all those Big Pony shirts. And this one is number 3 of the line. I bought 2. I bought number 3, and I actually have number 2 right here. So I bought the 2 that I felt were more interesting to my taste as far as the note breakdown goes. This is also called green, hence the color of the bottle. So let's take a look at the stats on this one. And this is going to be a really short review for my standards because there's not much to this fragrance. So it hit the shelf back in 2010. Bottle sizes, this one right here is a 2.5 ounce. And you can get a big bottle, 4.2 ounce. And I know they had like a set of minis too. When I first bought this. Concentration is Eau de Toilette. Group, this is an aromatic spicy fragrance. So of course ginger and mint are the big notes in this particular fragrance. I believe this is discontinued. The only one that really is surviving out of the 4 is actually number 2. I still see it up on the Ralph Lauren website. And it's the only one left out of the 4 on the men's side. And there was also a woman's side too with these fragrances. Now looking at pricing for this one, retail, this was going for around $50 to $90 online. Discounters had them for around $65. So they never really came cheap. I really haven't seen them in bargain bins or anything like that. Maybe you guys can comment below if you have seen them, but right now, like I just looked at my partner Fragrance X's website, and the only one they have is the number 2, and it was $65 Canadian. So that's pretty pricey for a fragrance that was released in 2010 and really didn't get any sales, to be quite honest. I don't know what's going on. The rest of them are not available on Fragrance X. I didn't take a look at the other discounters if they had them or not. Knowing how would I pay that, and that's why my intro is the way it is. If you trust my nose, you can spend your money way better elsewhere. And I'm going to tell you guys why, and that's why I do fragrance reviews. There's positive fragrance reviews and there's negative fragrance reviews. And you're probably saying, well, why are you wasting your time doing a review on this? Because there might be somebody out there that really does enjoy my videos and was thinking of buying this. And they will take my opinion and they'll be like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't pay $60 for Big Pony 3 and look elsewhere for something else just because it had an interesting note breakdown or something like that. So I always feel like any content is good content on a channel. So now let's take a look at the note breakdown with this one. The published note breakdown on this was easy. Mint and ginger. So mint up top, ginger in the mid, and in the base I added some notes because that was way too thin for what I'm getting, and really it is thin as a fragrance. In the base, I got musk and woods. Major notes to my nose. This is a ginger dominant fragrance, but also you have some type of mint up top. And I'll get to that. And of course, some musk in the backbone to give this some life. Because if it didn't have that musk, it wouldn't last very long at all. And it still doesn't. Now let's take a look at my application for this one. 1 on the chest, 2 on the neck. So 1 here, and then 2 on the arms, 1 here, and 1 here. The one thing I noticed with this fragrance, doesn't matter how many sprays. You can go 10 sprays, double digits, or you can go 3 sprays. And it really does not make a difference. But 5 sprays is my preferred application on this fragrance. So I'm going to spray again on the back of my hand here to remind me of the introduction. So let's get into it. Big Pony number 3, green, on the men's aisle. From first sniff, this fragrance is it has an uplifting feel to the fragrance. But first sniff, you can already tell that this thing is very thinly made, very synthetic, and not worth the price that they're asking. right off the bat. You can tell in the first, like, anybody that has smelt at least 10 fragrances in their life, they will see the quality is not there with this fragrance, unfortunately, because I like the Big Pony lineup as far as their clothing goes, but this lineup was just a dud. And this one, the ginger in this scent is your central note. It starts off very fresh, but again, synthetically bad. There's a minty coolness, but I can't even see, and I still can't, if it's spearmint, peppermint, is it an herbal mint? Is it really any kind of mint? It's just a green vibe that's very much refreshing. It gives this fragrance there's an invigorating feel, but most mints give you get like a really nice menthol-like mint feel in a lot of fragrances, and some of them, of course, they smell like toothpaste and stuff like that. This is not even close to any spectrum of mint that I ever smelled. It's just green, and it has an uplifting feel to the fragrance. You got some citruses here, which is not noted in the breakdown. It smells more like lime than lemon, to be quite honest, and it feels like there's a cheap... You know what this smells like? It smells like a cheap ginger-based body wash type of scent. Because really, there's nothing to it. It just has like, it's blah. And you're going to feel when this fragrance goes on your skin from first sniff right down to the end. And it doesn't take long to get to the end. There's not much going on. It's just like a straight line. There's no life in this fragrance at all. None. More into the heart, into the deeper dry down. Like I said, Big Pony number 3 shows more ginger. You get a little bit of soft woods here, and I detect a little pinch of vetiver here, but mostly a musky backbone to the scent. The ginger keeps running through, and with a faint greenery type of feel, with of course that heavy musk. Very linear scent. There's not much going on here. The note breakdown was only 2 notes, and like I'm trying to see if there's anything else. It's just not, there's no backbone to this fragrance. It feels like they just put, this is going to be a mint ginger fragrance, and they put it in the top, and then, the first 10 minutes dies, and then you're stuck with nothing really. Top heavy scent, that's usually what I call them, money grabs, things like that. It's just and that's why it wasn't successful. So overall, very easy review for me to do. My review, short and sweet, as this is a terrible release. And again, good or bad, I'm not here to bash your favorite fragrance. If it is your favorite fragrance, it's just my opinion. But it's synthetic as can be. It doesn't have any character to it. It's super linear, and it's just not worth your money. And that's my honest opinion. There's better gingers in the game. There's better mints in the game. There's better linear scents in the game. There's better simplistic scents in the game. There's better Ralph Lauren scents in the game. There's better cheapies in the game. I think you see where I'm going with this fragrance. With so many scents being released, year in, year out, it's not like we're running out of scents to try out. Some designers just need to kick the curb. And this one is getting kicked. You're kicked, buddy. Unfortunately for Big Pony number 3 green in the men's aisle, it's a no-go for me. Recommended age for this one, teens. Really, if you can find it for bargain bin price, $10-15, you can find better. But if you can find it, it would be good for you to start off your collection once you get into fragrances a little bit more. For anybody older than teens, it could be like something that you just splash on. I don't recommend it at all. Best time to wear this fragrance. This is a casual daily wear scent. This is one of those gym scents, just to get rid of it. It's one of those fragrances that you're like, I'm not going to wear it really seriously. Wear it to the gym just to smell like something. Seasons, this is built, of course, for spring and summer. Ginger and mint, that's what they do, with a musky backbone. Development, is this linear, average, or complex? Very much linear. There's not much to it. If you go to a department store, put it on your skin, walk away, come back 5 minutes later and smell your skin again, that's what you're left with the whole time. Work appropriate? Yeah, it could be. Signature scent worthy? I wouldn't recommend this to be your signature scent. If it is, maybe it's time to check out other fragrances. Let's get into the rating system. It's not going to be pretty, so let's take a look at it. Projection longevity, as you can see, it starts off pretty bad. Projection, 3. This thing doesn't project very well. It will in the first hour or so. That's it. Longevity, 2 bottles out of 10. 2 to 4 hours on my skin. 2 to 4, not good. Compliment factor, 3. Again, once it projects, some people like it. Most people can't smell it on you, or it's just so, there's nothing to it. There's no personality to it. The compliment factor is not there. Uniqueness, it's poor. 2 out of 10. Ginger and a note called mint, no. Pricing versus what you get, 1 out of 10. No. Versatility, I'll give it a 5 here. Again, it's not a fragrance. You know, you could, a ginger-based fragrance like this that doesn't really have much backbone to it. You can wear it quite often without really thinking about it. That goes to smell. I'm going to give this 2 bottles out of 10. I can't see anything redeeming out of this fragrance at all. And that goes to an overall score from 1 to 10. It's got to be 2 bottles out of 10. This fragrance is just not even close to what I deem a successful or a solid designer release for under $100. There's so much more out there, even from its own brand. And that goes to buy, try, or pass, easy pass. And that's it. Thank you for watching my review on Ralph Lauren's Big Pony number 3. They can't all be winners. Please comment below if you have smelt this fragrance, good or bad. I'd love to hear your take. And if you own any of these, if you smelt any of these 1 to 4s, please let me know in the comments. I am working on reviewing number 2 sometime in the future on my channel. I'm in no rush for that one though. And please remember, a greater pour fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching.